Hey there, Ray Reese, Reese's Masterpieces. Just here showing a video from my most recent squat day, which was a few days ago, but had so many other things happening that it made more sense to upload more recent videos and then come back to this, especially since I had put up a rough squat video previously. But I'm here getting ready to warm up, and you'll notice I have this little plyo box there, this little seat. These are not box squats where you sit on the box and then come back up, nor are they like the you'll see folks in the gym for whatever reason with a bench under them, a padded bench, and they'll do squats off of those. I don't do those for two reasons. One, this little plyo step is just for my depth, because I'm trying to make certain that I go down to at least knee height so that I can maximize my range of motion. Now, it also serves as, if I can't make the lift, sure, I can stop there. But people that practice like sitting on that or landing on it, you know, you run the risk of compressing your spine needlessly. Here, I'm just touching and going. I'm using my leg strength to stop me, and then my leg strength to lift me back up. But I started at 135, which is what I normally do. I don't feel the need to do a whole lot of reps because I'm going up incrementally anyway. But now I'm at 225, so just gonna get in there, see how that feels. So yeah, so I'm just doing one. Ultimately, I'm trying to see what I can get up to. My previous, that rough squat day, you know, I wasn't able to do a whole lot. Had to sort of call it early because I just wasn't feeling it that day. So I'm going to see what my body tells me. I'm raising up the safety bars, which I normally do like first out. But I definitely use those. Those have come in super handy and have given me confidence to make lifts that I otherwise wouldn't have attempted on, say, the squat rack. Yeah, and definitely not, just definitely without using them, I wouldn't have had nearly as much confidence. But moving up to 315, I believe, yeah, 315. So we're going to see what this feels like. I guess, oh, I don't have the other one on there yet. But yeah, we're going to 315. Interesting note, 315 is what I used to squat regularly when I was a lot smaller. But on a previous video, I mentioned you get good at what you practice. So previously, this was, you know, several years ago, I would say 15 years ago, when I first started lifting more seriously, more regularly. I was, you know, I'd started out doing 3 sets of 10 at a certain weight. Hold on. All right. Touch and go. All right, yeah, I think that's 315. So, yeah, if it's 3 plates on there, then it's 315. This angle is kind of funky. Because I have to, trying to have the camera where I could see myself or, and B, it's not in the way, it's not going to get kicked, it's not going to get a weight dropped on it. But I was saying that, 15 years ago when I first started lifting, I wound up, I was doing like 3 sets of 10 at whatever the weight was, like 135, and then next week I did it at 155, and the next week was 185, so on and so forth, until I got up to 315, and that didn't seem like a big deal to me. And at, my max was like 405, and I wasn't really comfortable. I wasn't really comfortable going any higher. It was a struggle. But here, I'm going now up to 335 because, last week, 315 was a struggle. I don't even know that I might have done 405 last week, but I know that I just know that last week was rough. So this is me going up incrementally, which I don't normally do. So you're 335. This is what this should be. Yeah, or it's 365. Okay. All right. So it was either 335 or 365. I'll have to see once those plates come off. And what? All right, so it looks like I don't know. That side, it was either okay. It was 365. It was 365. I was sorry. I think I'm confusing my previous workout from last week, where I went up. I think I went up incrementally. Like I went from 315 to 335 or something, or I don't recall. But now I'm going up to 405. And previously I was in my, like, a squat video, 2 squat videos ago, I was able to, I think, squat 405 3 times. I think in my life, squatting 405 4 times is like the most that I've ever done. I think I'm fairly certain that's the most that I've ever done. As far as like 315, going back to when I was saying you get good at what you practice, I have not had, like, I just can't do 315 for multiple reps anymore because I don't practice that. You see, I've done less, I don't do as many reps. I go up fairly quickly and then I'll come down and work with a weight. So, me doing 315 for sets of 10 is a no-go. Like, that's not going to happen. That's not, like, probably ever going to happen. And even, doing 315 for sets of 3 to whatever hasn't been a thing because I just haven't practiced it. I think normally what I would do is go from, like, if I did 405, like, when I was powerlifting, I would go from doing 405 once to trying to do, 435 or make my way up to 455 before maybe trying 475 and so on and so forth up to, my competition max, which was 485. And my gym max was, I think, maybe 510 or 515, like one time in my life. But I've taken an extended rest, trying to recover. Apparently I've got a hype song on, so we're gonna see what happens. Oh, a little unsteady there. Get my feet set, and let's see what happens. Slow going. 1, and 2. Thought I was gonna put that back. 3, that ties a couple of weeks ago. 4, and that ties my I think all-time 405 record. And yeah, I'm happy and tired of shit. So I'm pretty thrilled with that. Obviously, or maybe not obviously, but I am considerably heavier here than I was whenever I was squatting, 405 for reps before that. But yeah, that's before this video even goes any further. I can tell you I'm not gonna be doing that again. I don't know. I think I do maybe 1 rep after this, but we're gonna, I think, jump ahead. I think I'm rocking out to Jada Kiss, You Don't Eat, possibly. I don't know offhand. But yeah, let's gonna skip ahead. Alright. So yeah, moved ahead a little bit. Knees are kind of tight, a little bit of arthritis, a little bit of just soreness. Now I'm rocking out to Atlas Rise by Metallica, which is one of my favorite lifting songs. I've actually worn it out. I think the song's only been out for like 2 years, and I don't know, listened to it probably 1,000 times. But we're still at we're at 405. We're still at 405. So let's see what happens here. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, that was shaky. Put it back, Ray. Yeah, unsteady. Listen to your body. Yeah, listen to your body. Also, just on a brief note, a little side note, FYI, if, let's say, hypothetically speaking, you were going to be doing calf raises and you were going to do them, I don't know, on like the hack squat machine that's behind me and to the right, you kind of need to have your feet hanging off the edge of the thing, the platform, so that you can actually stretch the calves and then contract them. Now, I myself don't have the biggest calves. I also don't do calf raises. Not really a priority right now, but just, yeah, you don't want to just, the less range of motion the muscle has, the less it works. And considering we normally use our calves, like if we're jumping, we normally have our calves flexed, have our ankles flexed before jumping. You want to make certain that you allow for that same movement. But all right, so I think I've dropped it down to 315. And I'm probably fairly sore. Oh my God. So, yeah, you make sure you have to have your feet off the edge, and you have to pause a little bit at the top to provide for maximum contraction. Now I'm working on my hip flexors here. It's not really, has nothing really to do with what I'm about to do. I'm actually thinking of Hopping in here 315. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Actually, I am really proud of myself here because, yeah, like I mentioned, I don't normally do 315 for reps, and definitely not after having, squatted 405 for reps. So this is new territory, and the pace at which I was going for 315 was actually unexpected. Yeah, I think I remember when I first did 315 at the, closer to the beginning of this video, it wasn't, it was good, but it wasn't like, oh man, that was so light, because it did not feel light. Oh, I forget what I was talking about. Said we were talking about calf raises and then some other stuff. Hold on. Yes, talking about hip flexors. When I was doing those knee raises and I had a weight on my leg, I was trying to figure out how to effectively work my hip flexors and my quads in order to be more effective at knee strikes. Or in a martial fitness setting, if I was doing knee strikes for, say, cardio, how could I also strengthen those muscles with resistance, so people can have more power. All right, also, so you'll notice, I think this video is probably 30 minutes long. I take very, very long breaks, which you have to do when you're functioning, when you're like performing at a higher level as compared to your max capacity. So I'm really, really feeling it, but hopefully, okay, yeah. So I'm getting back into it. Let's see what the pace looks like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that was a little bit faster, a little bit smoother. Happy with that, actually surprised. But yeah, now I'm tired. But yeah, you have to, there's no sense in rushing to get something done sooner than what your body says is okay, because that's how injuries happen. That's just ego lifting. That's trying to do some shit in order, to brag, like, oh yeah, I totally, did X amount of reps and da 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 da. Yeah, but no, it's not. You have to go when your body's ready. And also, like, I mentioned this in another video, like if you were to jog, I don't know, for like 100 meters, you're not gonna need nearly as long of a break to recover as if you sprinted, like did an all-out sprint for 100 meters. The harder you go and the closer to your max output you are, the more you're gonna need to recover. But yeah, like I said, there's no sense in trying to go before you're ready, because you wind up risking injury and sacrificing form. But also, so that we're clear, this isn't texting time. This isn't like I'm just hanging out. This is, I am actively recovering, and as soon as I'm ready to go, I'm going to go. But everything that I'm thinking about here is relative to the lift, okay? Or, even if I'm daydreaming, I am still actively engaged in, hey, when can I go again? How do I feel? Is my heart rate at a respectable level? And all right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, those are getting a little bit higher. And I think I sacrificed maybe 5 to 10% of my depth with the pace that I was going at. But that's the challenge that I'm trying to do. But at the same time, since I was going down a little bit faster, I think on the second rep, I probably, hit harder than I wanted to, and we don't want to be there. We do not want 315 pounds, pushing our spine into an unforgiving metal plyo box. But yeah, so that's where we're at. I think I'm gonna skip ahead to the next thing. 1 sec. All right, getting ready for my third set, and I am listening to the Ultimate Warriors theme song. Such a nerd. But yeah, here we go. Let's see how this one looks. Hope it is all good. 1, 2, 3, 4, getting shaky. Yeah. Oof. 5. Wait. This might actually have been the 4th set. Yeah, that was, okay, so that was the 4th set. And I'm getting ready to do my 5th set. So this would have been, if this happens, it will have been a 5x5 at 315, which is like a workout in and of itself, by itself. So wait, I might be in with that. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I think that's, wait, yeah, that's it. That's definitely, yeah. Was getting pretty shaky. The one thing that I'm pretty proud of is that didn't seem to sacrifice my form a whole lot. And so, yeah, that I'm happy with.
All right, just got done doing squats. Really happy, really tired. Getting back, did some things I ain't done in a minute. Now 400 for 4. Haven't done that. I don't even know if I've ever done it. I know I've done 3 before, including 2 weeks ago, but I I can't remember the last time I did 4. I think if I did, I might have cheated a little bit. I don't know, but it's been a while. And 5 sets of 5 at 315. I don't, it's been probably a decade, because I used to work out with 3 sets of 10 at 315, but like that's what I practiced. I had worked my way up. I was doing 3 sets of 10 at 135, and then, you know, next week 155, week after that 175, so on and so forth, till over the course of several months I got up to doing 315. You get good at what you practice. You stop doing that, right? So I've been practicing with heavier weights for these past couple of years, so I haven't had as much muscular endurance at lower weights. I've had muscular strength and power at higher weights, but again, you train for sprints, you get good at sprints. Train for marathons, you get good at marathons. But I gotta get ready to go, get some protein in, and get back on the road. So, thanks for watching. Ray Reese, Reese's Masterpieces. Thank you.